Hi, everybody.
Hi there.
Hey, Nisha.
Hi. Hey,
Hello.
Marcia. Hey, Melody. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Tammy. Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm trying to get up. There I go. I'm trying
Hey,
to get off of
Tammy.
mute.
Oh, good. We'll test everybody's audio to make sure we can hear each other.
Hi.
And hi.
Hello.
And then Deanna, can you hear us? I can't hear you.
Very yellow walls, Nisha.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I was just looking at that. It looks so wow. Festive. I love it.
Thank
I'll
you.
wake up.
You know, it's so funny. Terry asked me, she's like, where are you sitting now? I'm like, well, I'm in my guest room because I typically have to sit in our sunroom, which is kind of like the center of our house. And it's great. But now with everyone home, and the kids come home at 3, I'm like, I have to move. So I moved upstairs and it's a little bit better, but I have this yellow is such a great color, but it's really nice to work in a color this bright, to be honest.
I love that color.
Oh, thank you. I know now that we are all virtual, Terry and everybody, we can see what everyone's homes are like, right? We can design inspo. Deanna, can you hear us? We still can't hear you. It doesn't look like you're on mute. Maybe. No. And Calvin, can you hear us? I just want to test some.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Calvin. How are you? Welcome.
Maybe ask them to put in the chat if they can hear you, Nisha.
Good call. Actually, if you can hear me, say you can hear me in the chat by just saying hi. And you can see the chat at the bottom of your screen. You'll see security participants and maybe chat. Thanks, Marcia. Melody, thank you. Great. Only thing is, Deanna, I can't hear you yet. I don't know if we want to test to make sure.
Type in the chat, Deanna, if you can hear her.
I think she can hear me, or maybe not. She can hear, she's saying something, but I can't hear you. If you're on a phone, maybe make sure your volume's turned up.
And then look on your phone, you will see a little button, and you need to probably click it because it may be on mute. You'll see a little bell on your phone.
Yeah. I think she's rejoining. All right, Deanna, do you want to try now?
Can you guys hear me?
Yay!
Okay, I switched devices.
Way to pivot and problem solve.
So I was using the tablet at first, and now I'm on the phone.
I know. It's always something, right?
Well, thanks for making the adjustment because that worked.
That's right. That's right. Well, it's 6:34. Do you want to get started, Terry, or do you want to wait a few minutes?
If you want to go ahead and get started, it's 6:35.
Yeah, let's do this. Well, welcome everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. As this is our Woodforest Foundry here in Illinois. This is our first of a series of sessions that we're having every week. And our goal is to get people off the sidelines, get your business jump started, or if you're in business, to feel some inspiration, connect with people, learn about resources. And I'm just really excited tonight that we have Terry Simmons, who will be facilitating this great program. I've known Terry for many, many years. I work with Terry at the Women's Business Development Center, and she now runs not only her own business, Strategic Exceptions, but she runs the Illinois Minority Business Council. And she'll tell you a little bit more about that. It's a mouthful. But before we start there, I would love to just have Marcia Yearwood, who is our retail divisional manager for multiple states. It's for Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky. Say a few words on just the bank's behalf and how we're hosting this tonight. Marcia, do you want to say a few words, please?
Yes, and yep, you guys could hear me. Well, good evening, everyone. And like Nisha mentioned, my name is Marcia Yearwood. I actually have been with the bank coming up in 5 years, January. And we are, headquartered out of the Woodland, Texas. And within that, there are 17 states where Woodforest branches are located, 767 branches total as a company. We actually got started back in 1980, so fairly young bank, still 40 years in business, and 25 years with Walmart. So our branches primarily are in Walmart, the 767. We do have some in-store locations up in Texas, but most of the time you'll find us partnering with Walmart supercenters. And especially in Illinois, there are 41 of those 767 branches in Illinois. Very community focused bank, and it shows up in everything that we do every day. You could see all of our branch managers within whichever state you go into, the 17 states. They are serving on boards within their communities. You're going to see them volunteering within their communities. And with that in mind, we have, as a company, contributed over $50 million in give back money to charitable organizations. So we truly demonstrate and practice what we preach when it comes to supporting our communities. Additionally, we have a robust, I'm going to say robust because I came from previous banks, and I do know Woodforest have a great suite of business products, especially streamlined for small businesses. And I would encourage those on the line, if you haven't heard about us, like I said, 41 locations in the state of Illinois, please reach out between myself and Nisha, and we could connect you to get started on your small business journey. But it's great. I'm looking forward to tonight. And Terry, thank you so much for facilitating this for us.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome, Marcia. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Brian Olson, he is our retail regional manager at Woodforest. I don't know if you want to say a few words on behalf of the Illinois team.
I will real quick. Hey, good evening, everyone. Thanks for having me, Nisha. Sorry for the boring background. I'm looking at my video and I don't have yellow. I don't have photos. I'm sure there's a background. We often use WebEx for these meetings, and I have background for that. So not Mr. Tech, so I didn't even mess with it. But yeah, so Marcia, wow, didn't realize you were coming up on 5 years already. That was quick. We're definitely having a great time together. So as Nisha mentioned, I'm the regional manager for this area, Illinois, to include about a third of the state of Indiana. Oversee and work directly with 56 different locations. Kind of hard to follow Marcia's message there, but just a couple other pieces about the bank I want to throw out there. We are the largest in-store bank in the country. I'm speaking to number of locations, not necessarily asset size. And we're privately owned, right? So been around 40 plus years and have grown to the size that we are and been able to maintain private ownership, the largest shareholder being the employees. Incredibly excited. I've got 15 years with the organization. I'm having just a fantastic time. And, I love the word impact, right? If I'm not impacting someone somewhere each and every day, I'm not having fun and I'm not doing my job. I expect the same of those who work with me, who work for me. And I will just say that Nisha, she always draws quite the crowd, and she is amazing at having impact in situations like this. And I sit back, enjoy the ride. It's going to be great. And like I say, impact. This is our niche, right? Small business. I can tell you many, many years ago, it wasn't our thing. And Woodforest, as we continue to diversify and open up new product lines, we've got an awesome suite of products for small business owners. And it's not just about that, but it's about the educational piece. And like I say, Nisha has some good stuff to share, and looking forward to an engaging evening and several sessions with you all. So welcome again, and thanks, Nisha.
No, thank you. And I love that word impact as well. And I think I think, thank you that say that I have impact, but I know who else has impact. Terry. Terry has impact. Impact knows impact, right? And I think you're going to learn from everybody here today that I think we all have our own ways of impacting each other. Terry, I am going to, kind of leave it to you right now to do your magic. I'm going to share the screen. I think everyone will see it. And just so you know, tonight, Terry's going to be leading the show. I'm going to be running tech support. And this is meant to be interactive. So raise your hand. Also chime in the chat if you have any questions, but let's learn a little bit about Terry. Take it away, Terry.
Well, good evening. Thank you, Nisha. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Brian. It's always a pleasure to come out and work with Nisha and Brian and Marcia and Woodforest Bank. We've been doing this now for, I think, Nisha, this is what we were just looking at. I was looking through some old documents that I found. One of them being from when we first went to Texas, and I was a part of the original Train the Trainer group when the Foundry was getting up and going. And so I'm happy that I'm still along for the ride with Nisha and you all. And I'm really grateful to Brian and Marcia for with the leadership roles that they have and their busy schedules. They always take the time to be with us and share with us. And I really appreciate that because it means a lot to me and the small businesses that I serve. That shows that your bank is not so big that you can't reach out and be a part of us. And that's what we're doing with the initiative that I have with the Illinois Minority Business Development. Illinois, it's a long word. I just got this award a little while ago, but I recently became the president and the operator from the U.S. Department of Commerce, the Illinois Minority Development Agency Business Center. So just to go back a little bit to the slide previously, just a little bit about my background too. As Nisha said, I'm the owner of Strategic Exceptions, which is an education and training company. And Nisha and I met while we were working at the Women's Business Development Center. So I've been a part of business development for a while now, working directly for the last 5 years. Prior to that, I worked in corporate America for over 27 years, doing a lot of different roles. So I'm really excited to be working with nonprofits, to be working with small businesses, to be working with Woodforest Bank, which has 767 branches in the Walmarts, and that's very impressive. So they didn't ask me to plug this for them, but just to reiterate that they're located in the Walmart, a place that we are all very familiar with. So you can do your banking, you can do your shopping all at the same time and Walmart, because Woodforest is there. And I want to invite Marcia and Brian. I don't know how long they're going to be on. So before they leave, I want to invite them to the grand opening. Nisha, you can go to the next slide, for the Illinois Minority Business Agency Business Center. That's going to be on November 12th. And what the center does, we support Tier 2 businesses in their quest to grow and to be sustainable. So pretty much we help them with capacity building. We provide the technical assistance that they need in order to gain the skills so they can get to that next level of growth. The businesses that we serve basically have revenue of $500,000 or more, but that's for the center. That's for the Illinois Minority Business Development Agency Business Center. But Strategic Exception, we serve businesses at all growth stages, and that's why we're here with Woodforest tonight, because we want to help you take your ideas from an idea to actions to outcomes. So that's what the Foundry, this program is all about with the Foundry, is looking at an idea or a problem or something that you want to take a deeper dive into and really figure out how to problem solve. And that's what I call this program. I know it's called E for All, the Foundry, but one of the things that's very difficult for most of us is solving problems. And it's really very difficult when you're an entrepreneur, because most times we don't have the time to take time to look at the problem and really dissect it and put some actions around it so we can come out with some outcomes that we can get some results from. So that's what this program with Woodforest is all about, is looking at, how we can take our ideas from an idea to action to outcome. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time initially talking about myself. I want to get into the workshop or the cohort for tonight, because as we go through the cohort, I can peel back the layers a little bit more on who I am and share my story as we go through the cohort tonight. So what I want you guys to do before we get started, I want you to grab pencil and paper if you do not have it, because anytime that you engage with me in a workshop, that means there's work involved. So there's going to be some activities, some fun activities. Nisha is going to run the technology show. You guys are going to get loose and we're going to have some fun. And we're going to explore some of the ideas that you have that you want to dissect and move forward. Some of you are starting businesses. Some of you already have a business. Some of these things, it may be a personal or professional idea or problem you're trying to solve. But whatever that is, get ready, because we're gonna have some fun tonight. And for those folks, just to give you a little bit of background on the cohort. So the kickoff is tonight. And then next week on November 2nd, we'll get into the real meat of the work. And tonight we'll introduce what's called the MOCAR. And that will be the tool that will drive your success for this workshop. So let's get started by setting up some rules for the workshop. So the rules for the workshop for tonight, and as you engage with us for the cohort, make sure you show up. And that means showing up mentally, not only physically, but show up to do the work. Like I stated, this is a workshop. This is an investment in your time. To me, your time is one of the most valuable assets that you have. So for you to take this valuable asset that you have and loan it to me for an hour and a half, I expect you, and I'm going to hold you accountable for doing the work. I expect you to be honest, and I also expect you to be kind. And if you see me moving around a little bit, it's because I have my Quibi under my desk and I am working out a little bit while we are working, okay? Okay, so during this time.
Multitasking, Terry, nice job.
Yeah. So I want you guys, there's going to be some aha moments. I just kind of wait for that pop. You're going to get the pop, right? So that pop is you may have this aha moment. Each of us are different. We learn different. We think different. We're at different levels, skill levels. We're at different education levels. We come from different backgrounds and different cultures. So each of us are different. So be respectful of what everyone else has to say. No question or no answer is stupid. And just wait for the pop, because you're going to get some great aha moments. Next slide, Nisha. So before we get started, the model that we use in this cohort is, they call it the MSET model, and it deals with the mindset. The mindset, your mind is the most powerful tool that you have on your body. When we set the stage and talked about do the work, show up, that is a part of the mindset work that is required in order for you to get the value out of this cohort that you expect. So I hope that you've shown up tonight with some expectations that you want to get, the value that you want to get out of this hour and a half that we're spending together. So it may require you to, it will require you to shift from your 9 to 5 into where we are right now. And it's called pretty much Be Here Now. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But the mindset model has to do with your mindset. It has to do with your skill building. It has to do with the tools and support, which is what we're providing for you tonight. And then also experiential education. So throughout this model and throughout this work, all of these things will take place. We will provide you with tools and resources and support. We will give you the opportunity to, and set the stage for you to get in a good frame of mind so you can get the value that you're looking for out of this cohort. We will help you develop the skills that you already have and hopefully take away some more. And then we will help you with your exploration and get your experiences and the education that you receive. We will help you hopefully with your mindset changes. The experience and the education will be more rewarding than you could ever expect. Keep going, Nisha. Okay, so there's 3 levels of mastery. When you're getting in a good frame of mind, right? So let's think about our cognitive state, getting it. Your emotional state, how do you feel? Your physical state, the physical state is knowing it, really knowing what you know. Next slide, Nisha. I love this slide because it talks about 3 steps to lasting change. The first step is the state. It is the B part of the change. It is your mood. It is what you know. It is the first step to lasting change. The second step is your story. Your story is your perspective. Your story is what you have, right? Is what you know. Our stories shape who we are. And then the last step is step number 3 is the strategy. Your mood, what you have, taking your mood, what you have, your perspective, and creating a plan, your strategy. These are the 3 steps to help create the lasting change that you're looking for when you're moving your idea to action to outcomes. So the objectives for tonight, the first thing that we're going to do, the first exercise that we're going to do is we're going to get into a good state. So we talked about the mindset, our psychology, focus, and language. So the first thing that I want you to do is to stand up and stretch. Let's shake off all of the things that happened with us today. We're going to stand up. We're going to stretch. I told you guys I was doing my leg exercises while we're talking, but I'm going to stand up and stretch with you. So let's get in a good state, guys. Come on, wake up.
I'll play the,
we're in
Terry,
person,
want me
so
to
I
play
think
the
I've got to
music?
do a lot of work tonight.
I'll play the music.
Yes. So Nisha's going to play a wonderful feel-good song. So you guys, let's get ourselves in a good frame of mind. Come on. Can you hear the music?
Can you hear it, Terry?
I can.
High five.
Put it in the chat. Type in the chat. Type in the chat. Type in the chat that Nisha and Terry are really silly. I want you guys to get in a good frame of mind. Type in the chat.
Woo!
If you're brave, put your video on and move around. Are you guys brave enough to put your video on and move around?
I'm brave enough. All right, Tammy. I see Tammy. I see Deanne. Let's see who else do I see. Melody, I don't see you. I see Marcia. Woohoo! Calvin. Maureen.
Okay.
All right.
Are you guys in a good state?
Woo!
All right. Okay.
Calvin,
All
nice
right.
moves. He
So
did it.
I've been a talking head for like the last few minutes. Are there any questions, guys? I know I moved through a lot of stuff really quick, but tonight we want you to get in a really good state of mind we're going to go through a lot of slides, and we're going to ask you to do some things. Some things are going to be different. We're going to push you to think differently. We want you to get the most that you can out of this opportunity. So Nisha, let's just keep moving with the next slide.
Sure thing.
If you can't hear us at any point, you need to grab some water. Do that because we have quite a bit of information and quite a bit of fun. So for those of you out there, and I think I pretty much talked to everybody that's on this Zoom tonight, I want you to know entrepreneurship is not about is about people. It's not about business. It's really not. If you are an entrepreneur and you're looking to serve clients who are the folks that buy your goods and services, think about the people that you're serving and what you are providing to them, their needs. Think of yourself as an entrepreneur. I always like to start out with saying, as an entrepreneur, always put your consumer hat on first. So entrepreneurship is about people, it's not about business. Keep going, Nisha. So I love this slide. Take a look at this slide. It has a red section, a blue section, and a green section. I want to take a second and let you guys think about what do you think of when you look at this slide? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? I'm going to give you a second to type in the chat. Based upon what I just said, there's a red section, a blue section, and a green section. I'm going to give you just like 60 seconds to type in the chat what comes to mind, and then we'll go through this. $60 seconds is a lot longer than you think, right, guys?
Sure is.
Okay. It really is when you take a pause. So I'm just got some lighting issues going on here, guys. But
So somebody said, Melody said, based on the graph, we don't know anything. And we don't know that we did not know it. So right, exactly.
Right.
You didn't even know you didn't know it.
That's right.
And then
That's right. And you know, normally I explain this slide first, but I didn't want to do that tonight. I wanted you guys to take a moment and look. And then go ahead,
yes,
Nisha.
and then Deanna wrote, if I knew better, I would do better. Oh, wow. So good. Calvin wrote in, help. Well, Barry's here to help you, honey. Don't worry. You see it. He just wrote help. And then Sammy goes, that we just don't know. That's right. Yeah. You're right. If I knew better, we do better, that we just don't know. Mm-hmm.
And that, you know what? When I first saw this slide, I was like, when I said wait for the pop, I got a pop.
Right.
Because what it exposed to me, there's so much that we do not know. So that means there is so much opportunity to do what? To ask. I have as a part of my workshops, one of the workshops that I do is all includes Terry tips. And one of the tips, one of my main tips is called ask, ask, ask. And what I learned throughout my experiences, and I learned this the hard way in corporate America, as I was coming up as a young corporate supervisor, I was doing really well in my career. And there were other individuals that were a part of my team, several teams I were on, and they didn't look like me, and they were not of, they were not female, and I hope no one takes it the wrong way, but I was always doing a really, really good job, getting good ratings, but these folks were getting promotions. And after a couple of years and just, being there, getting the great ratings, but then helping everybody else, it's like, okay, why am I not moving? I realized after talking to one of my mentors, and he said, well, Terry, are you telling people what you want, where you want to go? Are you asking? So what I learned is a closed mouth will never get fed. And if you're not asking, you will never know what you don't know. So one of my favorite Terry tips is ask, because there's so much that we don't know. So keep moving, Nisha, and we'll talk more about asking as we go on. So this open up your knowledge, and I hope you got the pop. Ask. Asking will help move your ideas into actions and then into outcomes. What is entrepreneurship? Let's just talk a little bit about that. As entrepreneurs, we tend not to ask, but entrepreneurship is not about ideas. It's about taking those ideas and making them happen. Remember, I said ideas to actions to outcomes. That's what Scott Belkey agrees with me on. Keep going, Nisha. Small business failure rate. Did you know that in the first year, 20% of US small businesses fail? In the first 5 years, 50% of US businesses fail. And the first 10 years, 70% of US businesses fail. So your ideas are important as it relates to the actions and the outcomes that you create to move your business forward. Keep going, Nisha. And that's what this model, and that's what the E for All cohort is designed to do, is to help you take your ideas to action so you can get those desired outcomes so that your business idea can be sustainable and have long-term success. So why do businesses fail? It's not an information problem, it's knowledge and execution. I love this. We're gonna share this wonderful video with you. Nisha's gonna play it, but I love it because entrepreneurs really can change the world. So I want you guys to take a few minutes and listen up. Isn't that a great video? How did it make you feel? I see you, Deanna. Tell me how to make you feel. I see the light in your eyes. How did it make you feel? Take your mute off. You are mute.
It made me feel inspired.
It did? Good, good.
Why you
Good,
gotta
because if you and so that's how, you know, as an entrepreneur, we have to always be discovering new ways of doing things. So think of your business like when you were a little kid. I want you to take just a moment. Let's just stay here for a moment because I think everybody's kind of feeling this. Think of when you close your eyes and think of when you were a little kid. Something that you always wanted. Think of your business in that same way. If you can have anything that you wanted in your business, like your mom was gonna go buy you a new pair of jeans, some new gym shoes, a lollipop, you know, that new Barbie doll or that new G.I. Joe. I'm dating myself, but just close your eyes and think of your business that way. If you could have anything you want in your business, if you could be a kid again, dream the impossible for your business. Okay, Nisha, we can keep moving. But I thought that was a great slide, and I mean a great video to just set the tone of how we can uncover new ways of doing things and open up our mindsets to expand our ideas. So let's keep going, Nisha. I don't know. Are you there, Nisha?
Oh yeah, I'm here. This is
Okay.
actually the breakout rooms. And you know what,
Oh,
Terry?
I couldn't see it at first.
Oh, can you see it now?
Okay, go back. Okay, go back to 80%.
Oh,
Was
I'm
that the
sorry.
slide before or after? Okay,
After.
okay, there we go. Okay, so now let's talk about, we're going to give you guys a little time to go into how many people we got?
You know, Terry, though, do you have can you do breakout rooms on your end? I don't see the
I
breakout
think I
room.
can. Let's see.
Okay, I don't have it on my end.
Yep.
Okay.
Create. So I'm going to create just 2 rooms, okay?
Okay.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to manage our story. So we're going to just put you guys in 2 groups. I think there's 10 of us, so maybe 3 groups. What you think? 3 groups, Nisha?
Sure.
Okay, let's do 3 groups. And it'll automatically select you guys. I'm not going to do it because I don't want anybody. I just wouldn't even know how to do it. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to take everyone can take about 30 seconds that's in the room and give a 30-second pitch on an idea or your bit, whatever that thing is that you want to pitch on. It could be, okay, tomorrow, I don't even know what to think about. I gotta go and do something for class, or I don't know, anything, whatever you want to pitch on, do a 30-second pitch. Each person get 30 seconds. And we'll come back in about 10 minutes. But your pitch should include something you want from anybody. Okay, that's what I'm supposed to be telling you guys. That's what your pitch is about. Something you want, and then something you're good at, right? Something you want or something you're good at.
I can do an example of this. So for example, if I was in a room with somebody, I would say, hi, this is my 30-second. My name is Nisha. I work at Woodforest Bank. So this is something I'm going to ask for. I'm co-hosting this event with Terry Simmons, and next Tuesday, we would like to invite more people. So if you have a friend or anybody that you're interested in that would like to join us, please have them come. Please invite them. And something I'm good at is in exchange, I'm always willing to listen to other people's ideas, and I'm always able to hear how I can help you grow your business. So I'm willing to help coach you along your journey, something like that. So something that you want from somebody, and or something a little bit about your business, and then,
Right.
kind of something you're good at. The reason why I want to do this is because I love helping business owners, or I love doing something like that. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So do one or the other, because sometimes it can get really long. So try to, and then just listen to each other, and just really, open up and engage. It's not to critique anybody, but it's just to get you to thinking about something you want and something you're good at, because we did talk about asking, right?
Mhm.
So just
And ask, and also ask clarifying questions. So if I was with Tammy and she's saying something that she wants, and I don't understand it, you know, maybe I say, Tammy, can you explain that a different way? I don't really understand what you're looking for, because then it maybe is helping you realize, oh, I'm not communicating it the right way, you know?
Yeah. And if you are a business owner and it's something you want, I suggest you start working on that. Use this time to work on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna automatically assign us all into breakout rooms. Okay,
And
you guys ready?
Are we doing 10 minutes, Terry?
Let's do, how long you think, Nisha?
Yeah, let's do 8.
Let's do 5 minutes. 5 minutes,
6
5
minutes.
minutes, and then we'll come back.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
all right.
5 minutes. I'll see you guys in 5 minutes.
So all we have to do is wait here, and Terry will set the room out, and then you'll just hit join. You'll see a join button, so hit join.
Okay, so there's 4 people in room 1, there's 3 people in room 2, and 3 people in room 3, okay? We go. All right. We're back. We are back. Did you guys have a good time? Is everybody back?
Yes. You're
Yep,
missing
here.
some people.
We're missing a few people. Let's see. Okay, I thought I closed all breakout rooms, so what happened?
You did. They may have.
Okay, they're gonna close in 26 seconds, so, all right.
They're
We
late.
did it. Did you guys have a great time?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Hi.
Collaboration and engagement. It was just phenomenal. I absolutely love that.
Good, good, good. Okay, I think everybody is pretty much back. So anybody want to share how that experience was for you? Was it difficult? Was it uncomfortable?
I'll just share. I loved my group. They were so amazing. Deanna and Tammy, Marcia, we got to hear about their journey. I don't know if Marcia, do you want to say how our group did?
Yeah, I mean, Terry pulled us back. I was just getting into Deanna's story there.
I know. We were kind of like in it. Deanna was taking us on a journey.
Yeah, it was ironic because both Deanna and Tammy have something in common. And, you know, I know, Terry, you didn't choose who went into which group, but it just so happened that there was a common connection with both of them. And I just love that the passion that I heard in terms of what is it we're seeking to do. And I mean, I'm in the banking world, and I hear a lot of these stories all the time. And I always say to myself, gosh, why couldn't I think about that? You know, but I guess maybe that's why I'm where I am. You know, to help others as they come up with these dreams.
Yeah.
I truly appreciated, you know, the passion, you know, with Deanna, and, you know, she would truly have a niche, you know, if, you know, no, not if, when, you know,
Yes.
she gets her business up and running. And same with Tammy, because I mean, you don't hear of anyone going into, you hear Toys for Tots, but you
Yeah.
never hear about, you know, the focus around autism. And
Yes.
I mean, every time I turn on the news, you hear stories of, you know, these kids who require additional support and that love. So we just happen to have a group of, you know, the four of us, and two who
Yeah.
connected really well
That's,
with the same vision. So it was great.
that is wonderful. That is
Yeah.
wonderful. Okay, the next group. What was the other group we had?
I think we lost one of our members. We had Maureen too, but she said she's back again. But Calvin and I actually, he has a non-for-profit, and then I am currently the director of the Lewis Simmons programs for a non-for-profit. So we did have that in common in our group as well.
Okay. Anybody else want to share?
Isn't that crazy? What a small world. Like,
It is.
you know, because this is kind of, you know, we're all from all over Illinois, honestly. And it's kind of crazy that there's threads of similarity, right?
It is. It is. And I'm gonna what I wanted to do, and time is really going fast. We're having a lot more fun than I thought.
We are, as
So
usual.
I don't know, we needed more people because, and this what seems to happen because there's so much engagement. Once folks, and that's what is supposed to happen here. Exactly what we're seeing happen. This cohort is about accountability. It's about helping each other work through our ideas and feel comfortable with each other, holding each other accountable, really pulling back the layers and helping each other engage in some meaningful dialogue and some meaningful work where you're going to walk away with some tangible outcomes before you leave. And we have a lot of success stories of individuals who've gone through this cohort with us. We have a woman who wanted to get into Whole Food stores. She's in all the Whole Foods. When she came, she was in 4. She's in all of them in Illinois now. She is called Miss P's Gluten Free, and she has an amazing story. You go in Whole Food stores, look for her. And I'm not plugging her, but that is just that just goes to show you when you have a passion and you work on your idea, you can move things forward and you can get the outcome that you desire if you really work hard. Go ahead, Nish.
No, I was gonna say we should have her come next Tuesday.
Yeah.
And have her be like the guest speaker, maybe in the beginning or something, just to give her spiel for 10 minutes and then we can jump into the work, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of get people inspired.
Yeah, yeah. And then
can I share something real quick before I go?
Yes.
Oh,
All right, I gotta what I got up today, man, it gives me a special kind of feeling to see people that's like really out in the streets doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? It's the empathy piece, you know, just to have empathy for somebody else, you know. But I have to go to a meeting right now.
Okay.
So, man, I enjoy this, and I would love to be back next week, whenever
Next
we got
Tuesday.
going on.
Yep.
Next Tuesday. No, Calvin, you will be back next Tuesday, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
No problem. So
Poor
y'all enjoy
Calvin.
the rest of y'all day, okay?
Bye,
Okay,
Calvin. See
Calvin.
you next Tuesday.
All right. All right.
Okay. And so Jennifer and myself and Brian, we were in a group together. So Jennifer, you want to share just real quick because we gotta keep moving. But Jennifer is actually from Missouri. So Nisha, to your point, we have people from all over. You never know.
I love it.
Yeah, we had an absolutely phenomenal time. Brian and myself, we talked a little bit about, I had an ask from Brian because JWI Partners Group, we provide that organization and inclusion diversity training by creating value through color code, interpersonal and decoding, as well as we bring value through organizational change and management. So my ask for Brian was to come to this organization and maybe do a lunch and learn with JWI Partners Group, especially when he mentioned that he's looking for some of his employees to be more, I believe he said, make sure my listening skills was there, a little bit more passionate and engaged. So I asked, well, they may not know what they don't know, so they probably don't know their innate, so this would be a great ask. But I had a great time.
Wow. Used everything everything you learned in the last 20 minutes, you just threw. I love it.
I'm her coach.
She's very hard on me. She's my coach, seriously. We'll tell you that story offline. She is oh my gosh.
She's the axe grinder. That's scary for you.
But see, we have folks on here at all different stages. And that's another part of what this is all about. Even though you may be at the idea stage, there is someone here that can take your hand and show you what you don't know because they've been through it already, right? And so this cohort is just that safe place. It's I call it a master class. A master class with Woodforest Bank and Terry Simmons. That's what it is. You get to pick my brain, Nisha's brain, and help to move your ideas forward. And you get to pick everybody that's a part of this cohort's brain, and so you don't get a chance to do that. Most small businesses don't get an opportunity to do that. So I am really, really grateful to Woodforest for giving all of you and myself the chance to even just be a part of this. So Nisha, we can go on to the next slide.
Sure thing.
All right. So startups are hard, but why do you think? Because a lot of times we can't get out of our own heads. We have to manage our psychology, which is 80% of it. And then 20% of it is actually the skills and the execution. So this E for all cohort, most of it, the things that we're going to be doing, the tools and the strategies that we'll be using throughout this cohort, has mostly to do with the mindset. It's how you feel about your idea and how you want to execute to move it to an actionable state where you can get the desired outcomes. Most small business owners, remember the slide where we talk about the failure rate? A lot of folks I have over the last 5-6 years since I've been in business development, I probably have seen over 5,000 small business owners through workshops or some type of engagement, right? A lot of those folks that I would say probably 80% when I was working with the Women's Business Center, and Nita can attest to that, 80% of those folks came with just an idea. And once you sit down and you start peeling back the layers, most of them, they give up. I don't want to do that. I think I'll stick with my day job. So it's your psychology on how, not only how you move your business forward, but how you move forward even every day. Think about it. When you get up in the morning, you have a choice of whether you're going to get out of bed and go to work, or you're going to call in sick, right? Manage your psychology. Keep moving, Nisha. I was going to tell you guys a story about a person that we had in the course, but it'll take a little while. We'll do that next time. So
yeah, we're at 7:30, Terry.
I know. That will take a long time. So this slide, I love this slide because it talks about your story. And it really talks about how we all process our story, right? We go from, look at the arrow. Check out the arrow. We go from what happened to our story, right? How we feel about it, right? How we process it, right? And then back to what happened. So our story, it takes this loop. Our story and how we feel about things shape our outcome. Just think about when you were a young kid and how you looked up to your parents, you adored them, right? They were your safe place, right? And no matter what happened, you knew you always had that safe place because that was your story. That was your parent, right? So your story, what happens in your life shapes your story and it directly impacts your outcomes. I love this slide. I keep saying I love this, but this is actually my favorite. We were not born to just go to work, pay bills, and die.
Oh God, right?
We were not born to just go to work, pay bills, and die. Think about it. I want to pause there for a moment. Think about it. Is that you? No, I really want to pause. Is that you? Is that what you want for your future? Keep moving, Nish. This slide up is about perspective. Is it a 6? It's how you see things. Is it a 6 or is it a 9?
And guess what, Terry?
Your perspective.
And who's right? Who's right? Right?
And who's right? Who's right? Right? For this person on the left, it could be a 6. For the person on the right, it could be a 9. I told Nisha a story. I golf a little bit. I play around with it. But my golf clubs, I have a 6 and a 9 in my golf bag. And I'm not a really good golfer, but I really have to pay attention and be aware of which club I pull out of that bag because they both have different purposes. So it's a matter of perspective. So we have another exercise. We're going to have a little bit more fun before we close out tonight. So now let's manage. We managed our story before, so let's now manage our strategy. So in this breakout session, we're going to think about our plan. All right. Think about your plan. Think of an outcome you'd like to produce. And then one action to get you one step closer. Nisha, how much time do we have? It's 7:32.
It's 7:32, so you have a half an hour. So this can be the last thing, and then we can go into Mocher.
Okay, so we could give folks what, about 7 minutes? Because I don't want Marcia to not have enough time to get into it. I didn't give her enough time.
He's like, I want more.
I loved it. I love the engagement. This is so much fun.
For you guys, my strategy now.
All right.
So everybody good? Everybody good with the exercise? Thinking of an outcome you like to produce and one action to get you one step closer. I'm going to try to mix folks up in a room that they weren't in the last time. So let's see. Open all rooms.
Yeah, baby.
That's the same room, right? All right, I'm gonna try this again. All right, are you everybody in a room?
Got to meet your daughter, Terry.
You did?
I did.
Good.
Connection there. We did.
Good. How are you doing with all of this late night with us? You okay, Brian?
Well, it's not my bedtime for about an hour and a half yet, so I'll make it.
Yeah, I think I might go for like a brisk walk. It seems like it's kind of nice out tonight.
I did that before, but it's still, yeah, we've had some warm evenings here lately, so might be a good evening for it yet.
Yeah, so I'll see. Let's see, I think everybody's back in, baby. Nisha,
Yeah, we're back.
you back?
Yeah, we have strategies for Tammy and Deanne. Marcia and I have notes on both of them, and we're ready for next Tuesday to keep them to task.
Okay. All right, so since we only have, and I am a person who value everyone's time, so we're going to be done like around 8, which is what we said, an hour and a half. So probably just one person can share, and then we'll get into the MOCAR. Anyone want to share? Who's the bravest of them all?
Wait, what are we sharing? Because I just missed that. I'm sorry. This is the part where I start to get thrown off because of the little one.
Share from your breakout session. Talk about your plan. What did you guys talk about in your planning? Just kind of do for the entire group. Can you do like a summary for your group?
I can give you one.
Okay, since you wanted to go, Tammy, I'm going to send you this book.
Yes.
It's a book. I'm an author in this book. It's called Today's Inspired Leader. And it's a story of leadership of authors throughout the world. There's 12 authors in this book, and I am one of them, and I'm going to send it to you. So afterward, I'll get your information, okay?
Awesome. Okay. So what I got out of ours, that me and Deanna are going to work well together because we both are in Illinois, one. One of my strategies that I didn't share with them is a taste of autism. So it's like a barbecue with different types of food, and she'll have all her dirt, and I'll have all the supplies and everything for the autism world. That's our strategy, and that's how we're gonna grow together.
Oh my God, we already got work and value night one. High five. Get in the
Yes.
Yes.
That is awesome. That is so awesome. See, all you had to do was show up, right?
Yes.
All you had to do was show up. See, do the work. Show up, do the work.
Yes.
I can go do my walk now, Brian. I'm done.
You're done for the day. You earned your money.
I'm done
Bye.
for the day. Thank you for sharing. That is really awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Nisha. We'll keep moving so we can get into the MOCAR. That is really awesome. If we have time at the end, we'll let some more folks share, but we want to really make sure that we get into the MOCAR so you guys can understand next week and what we'll be doing for the remainder of the cohort. We're going to really get into some work. So let's get into the MOCAR a little bit, Nisha. Okay. So, all right. So the MOCAR, it is the acronym for Mission, Objective, and Key Results. It's a spinoff of what is the OCAR, and I think that was Google who was the first folks that had the OCAR. And mission is your mission, the objective, and key results. And that's the tool that we will use to drive your ideas to actions to outcomes for those that continue to go through the cohort with us. And also, I want you guys to know, please feel free to bring other people in next week. If they start after next week, I don't know if they'll get the full benefits, but we still have an opportunity for you to bring in other folks that you believe will benefit from this cohort next week. So if you decide to do that and you want to introduce other people to the program, get their information to me or Nisha because I need to talk to them prior to next week, okay? All right, keep going, Nisha. Okay, so the MOCAR mission, objective, and key results deal with the what, the where, and the how. And keep going, Nisha. And I talked about a little bit about Google. Google wasn't Google until they adopted what they had, the OCR. So the M was not a part of their tool that they use, but the OKR, which is the objective and key results, was a part of their practice and a part of their business model. They adopted that into their business model to get the desired outcomes that they have today. Imagine that, Google. So you guys are using a tool that a major successful organization has used. So your mission is focused on your why. Why are you doing the things that you're doing? If you do not have a mission statement in this cohort, maybe an opportunity for you to create one. At least you'll create one for that idea or action that you're going to be working on here. So that is your why. And so with your why, you want to ask yourself, what game are you playing while you're with us over the 90 days? Okay. What is that goal? It isn't just a lofty goal. So I'm going to give you an example of it's a football analogy. So if you're in a football, for this person, Joe Dorr, this is the example, his mission was to win the Super Bowl. It wasn't to make money for the owners. His mission was to win the Super Bowl. Now, a byproduct of winning the Super Bowl is the owners will make money for that. But his goal, his overall mission, I want to win the Super Bowl. So think of what your mission is. Your objective, the objective in the MOCR is your what. What is the what? Win the what? What is this guy, Joe Dorr, what does he want to win? He wants to win the Super Bowl. He wants to win the big winning. He wants it all. So when you're thinking of your objectives, you ask yourself, what could you do that would make an impact? Man, there's that word that Brian used earlier, impact. How do you want your day to look? I mean, something as simple as that. How do you want your day to look? The example, we can go back, win the Super Bowl. And so when you break it down to your objective, how are you going to get there? Win the first four of five games. That's a great start, right? Fill the stands to 90% for the home opener. That's an objective, right? It's tangible. It has some measurable results. So when you break the MOCR down, for this particular example, there's two objectives, right? The mission, win the Super Bowl. The two objectives, win the first four of the five games, fill the stands to 90%. The results, one of the key results, 200-yard passing attack. And for those in the football world, maybe some people may not know, but these are just the key results that this person, Joe, defined that will get him to that objective to reach that mission of winning the Super Bowl. So when we embark on the MOCR journey, this is an example of how you are going to peel back the layers and create some tangible, measurable outcomes for your idea so that you can get the results that you're looking for. Keep going, Nish. I love this. Ideas are precious, but they're relatively easy. It's execution that everything. So go back, Nisha, real quick to that slide. You can write all of these things down on this slide. You can create a beautiful MOCR, right? And the MOCR, I'm going to tell you, for most people, it's very difficult to peel the onion layers back and just to dig down this far and say, these are the drivers, these key results. That's normally the hardest part because we want to go right to the result, to the outcome. But in order to get the desired outcome, the importance is really digging into the problem. And that is what we do with the MOCR. We help you create, these are the things, those key results that's outlined here that's going to get me to those objectives. And you may have several key results that you need to detail in order to get to that objective for that desired outcome. Keep going, Nish. Any questions? I know this is a lot, but are there any questions? So even though you have all of those key results written down, there are some steps that you will need to design to get you to that execution phase, right? So the actions are what's going to get you there. Keep going, Niche. So here's what we will do doing your work with the MOLCAR. You will commit to something actionable. So I want you to take a moment to think about what's one thing you can do that will move you forward on your idea. Just one thing, one thing. Remember, if you go back, we had all of those actions, those actionable things listed under those key results. I'm just asking you to think of one. You don't have to write it down for me, but write it down for yourself. Think of one thing that you can do to move your idea forward. Keep going, Niche. So we're getting ready to close out for tonight. So I just gave you an action item to think about one thing that you can do to move your idea forward. So now I'm going to give you a moment and I'm going to pause. And I want you to tell me one thing that you can do to move your idea forward. And don't all of you guys raise your hand at the same time, because all of you should be thinking of the same thing right now. And I'm not going to say nothing.
Can I speak?
Yes.
I think one thing that I can do to get my business going is to like promote myself more through social media, being that that's like a #1 resource to a lot of people now. You know, post more dinners, more meals, more pass outs, possibly, you know, it's a start.
Okay, good. Anybody else?
Due to
about
my
7
business,
minutes,
an
6
online
minutes.
business. Oh, go ahead, Tim.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so
Oh, Melody was saying something. I'm sorry. Melody, you want to go? And then it'll be Tammy.
Oh, I was just saying, due to my business being an online women's shoe boutique, I am going to need to make my business more visible. So by doing that, do more pop-up shops so that more people will know about my business, tell more people about my business, pass out more business cards.
One thing.
Or Melody.
You guys are excited. I'm glad you're excited. I love it.
Well, I am your daughter.
Poor Melody.
Okay, so we have about 5 minutes.
And then
the
Tammy
thing that
wanted to
I
say
was thinking-
something. Oh, Tammy was going to say.
Go ahead.
Tammy, did you want to say
I was
something?
just starting the cold drive with the Saviors.
Okay.
Nisha, you want to add something?
No, I just wanted to, some people had their hands up. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of one thing that you all should have said. And I think Nisha knows what I was thinking about. Like join the cohort and be back next week.
Well, that's obvious.
I thought that was mandatory. I didn't know that was a choice.
These people are like, oh my gosh, what? We got to come back?
Yeah, no, that wasn't a choice. So that wasn't on my mind.
Good.
I'm back already. Y'all just don't know. I'm already there.
Okay, good.
Good.
So this is a great example of why we all need to be in the cohort next week, because all of you went right to problem solving, right? You went right to the answer. What we're going to do in this cohort is we're going to peel back the layers on one problem. You talk about so many things that you can do. And that's one of the ways why entrepreneurs get discouraged, because we throw all of these things out there, and when nothing sticks, we throw our hands up and we want to give up. So we're going to help you with the MOLCAR, minimize some of your frustration by helping you understand how to solve a problem and getting to some outcomes so that you won't get bogged down in trying to do so many things at one time, because it's impossible, right? So you want to take an idea or an action, and we're going to help you drive it to execution so you can get some outcomes within the next 8 weeks with us. Okay. So I'm glad you guys are excited to join us next week, Nisha.
I am too. Of course I am. And I know Tammy was actually wondering about website designers. And Terry, did you have any ideas for her of good website designers you could refer?
We are working with some website designers actually right now for the
Okay.
center. So Tammy, if you want to, we can talk. You have my email address, right?
Yes.
Send me, just shoot me an email, and then we'll set up a meeting for us to sit down and talk through how we can support you with that. Okay.
Awesome. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer.
Jennifer saying, love it. This was amazing.
Thank you,
This
guys.
was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Marcia, Brian, you guys, are you still there? You have anything you want to add before we close out?
Yeah, I just truly appreciated the participation, and I myself learned a lot, and just thank everyone. I know it's late in the evening, but just thank everyone for being on tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, had a ton of fun. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Nisha. So I think this is it for tonight. So until next week.
And then the link, are you going to
have
send
2
out the
minutes.
link? Yeah, we have 2 minutes, Terry. We
Okay,
have 2
okay.
minutes.
Okay. So,
And
so the next, so yes, you will get, I'm sorry, you will get instructions from me or someone from my team in an email for next week. So you'll get the link. We will probably set up a Google Drive, a shared drive, so we can start, you guys can start working together and sharing information. So look for an email from me and my team by Thursday, okay?
And
And then Tammy, don't forget to follow up with me so that we can schedule some time to talk as well.
Absolutely.
If you guys need anything else, you all have my email. You can reach out to me, and you know, or email me. You know, you can call me or email me. You have my phone number. You also have, I think most of you all have my assistant Patty's phone number too, because I think she called each of you.
I don't have it.
Okay, I'll give it to you. I'll put that in the email to you guys. Okay.
Awesome.
Get down, baby.
I'll be calling you at 8:15. Don't worry.
All right. I'll be at the Home Depot. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all. And
Thank
just
you.
really
You all have a
quickly,
good night.
we
Okay,
can
bye-bye.
invite more people, correct, Terry, for next Tuesday? So
Yes,
we'll
you can
keep
invite
on-
more people.
We know
I
we
had
have
a
other
question.
individuals that were interested that couldn't show up today that might join us next Tuesday.
Thanks, Niche.
Yeah.
Deanna, I have a question.
Who?
So with the payment arrangements and everything, would we need to be doing that today or next class, or how's that gonna go?
I'll send that to you in the email. If you want to talk to me, you can call me.
Okay, when I
Okay.
get the email for the number. Okay.
Because I got are you not getting my email?
No, I'm getting emails and everything. I was just trying to figure out, like,
I'll call you offline. Let me call you offline, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Good
Yeah,
night.
he's so cute.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes, he's so sweet.